Shit, I had a long night last night, and then I turn around like, you know what? I might go to one of the homies' house and see what's going on.
Well, you know what? I don't plan to drink a lot today, but you already know what happens when you don't plan to do anything.
Things happen.
This shit ends up happening anyway.
Yeah, things happen to you. I don't plan, but if it happens, I have done what I needed to do as an adult,
right?
To make sure that I am alive tomorrow. Yeah. Everybody, welcome to another episode of the According to West podcast. As always, we have DeLaw.
You got DeLaw, the hydrating so I don't get too bad of a hangover, son-in-law.
And same here. You got me, Wes. Hydrating so I don't get a hangover. Drinking water, minding our business.
Yeah.
And watching sports.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I might be watching it. Like, my cousin about to come through, my other cousin. So both my cousins just called me because one wants to ride with us to go down there. The other one wants to know how to get in the community.
Yeah.
Like, well, I figured, call his wife. The other one, he just, he don't want to burn the gas to go. And I'm like, nigga, just burn the damn gas.
Yeah. Listen, when in doubt, call the wife. Who, you know what I mean? You call the woman in the family and then they get you right.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens on my end when it comes to certain things. Well, I be trying to get my wife to get as much information as possible. I'm like, so what about this? What about that? What about this? Like, I need to know. So I'm doing what you need me to do the right way. So I need to, if this is the dress code for this family function, because sometimes they like doing theme stuff like, everybody's wearing green. I'm like, I need to know these things.
What's that theme shit? Look.
Yeah, you say that. You say that. And I bet you, I'm almost going to guarantee you in 2 months, you're going to be at a theme something.
Oh, I don't follow no theme.
Yeah, all right.
They were talking about, I think the last thing I had to go to, they were talking about, oh yeah, we're all wearing purple. I wore black.
They said, don't bring your ass back around here again. You don't follow instructions. All you had to do was wear color, and you chose to wear the absence of color.
Exactly. Or is it the absence, or is it the combination of all colors?
Is it? I don't fucking know how that works.
I think white is the absence of color.
I don't know, to be honest. Listen, art 101, I didn't really do too good in, so I couldn't tell you.
I just know when you put all the colors together, it turned black.
Really?
White, just white.
I'll try that.
White, just white.
So what you saying? I'm not about to make that joke, but I hear you. I'm not about to make that joke. I'm not about to make
the thing is, white ain't got color, and black is all the colors.
So that should let you know something.
That's why
it starts with us.
Starts with us.
Yeah. Yo, speaking of like family functions and stuff, I told myself like this year I'll be more willing to do and participate in certain things, including family functions and stuff like that. Hence why I was where I was at last night. My wife's friend had a party. So I was like, you know what? I said I get out the house more, this and that, be social, be her arm candy. And that's what I was. That's what I was last night. You find yourself like, since you're getting older, like wanting to spend more time with the family, or more or less like, I don't want to spend no time with you motherfuckers?
I'm trying to spend more time with the family, but they treat all the events like a Baptist service.
Yeah. And much respect to God and his son, Jesus Christ. That could be annoying. That could be annoying. But like I said, much respect to the man above. That could be annoying.
I mean, every event. It's like, all right, guys, let's get glory to God. We start clapping, then they want to sing a song. Granddad got to speak real quick. And then, somebody else want to speak, and then someone else got prayed. That's all before we can even sit down and eat.
Jeez. And you just like, yo, the cornbread and the greens right here. Like, what we doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure your wife's stuff, that side of the family ain't like that. It's just get straight to the point. Like the food already here. Sit down, get yourself a plate. They playing cards over there.
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm. I've only seen part of her side of the family, which is her aunt and uncle.
Gotcha.
And they're very well off, so there's a certain elegance to it. So they'll make some stuff.
So they playing. I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say. I was about to say this. So they playing cricket in the backyard. Is that what you're saying?
It's just, it's like oh hey guys, the guys will go downstairs to the home theater,
and the women folks stay upstairs.
Yep, they'll stay upstairs. And
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of used to that, but yeah. So yeah, that happens. My wife's side is that happens, but it kind of somewhat happens all in the same space where everybody's in earshot.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, you mingle back and forth, depending on what's going on, who got the juicy story, what the food looking like, you know what I mean? Can I get a pre-taste? You know what I mean? So I get that.
Yeah, the food is decently good. I think the first time I went around, they made oyster stuffing.
Nah, I'm not sticking around.
And not that it was bad, but it could have used a little salt and some Old Bay. But
what was the seasonings in there? Nothing?
I don't know. It might have just been
it was nothing. Lemon juice. So it's probably just lemon juice and what? And pepper. I've never even heard of that. And I don't know if I like those words together. Oyster stuff. Jeez. I don't know if I like those words together.
And I think my wife made some green beans. And when we got there, the green beans were almost gone. I'm like,
yeah, because you want to know why? Wifey probably hooked that shit up with some flavor. They was like, "Yo, I'm leaving here with something, some type of flavor in this event that we having."
Right.
So, yeah,
that's how it goes for her side of the family. I haven't really met too much of her side. I've only met the aunt and uncle, a couple other people.
Yeah,
this is real. Like everybody's at their own house. Say, "Oh, hey, we got some food. Eat some food," and then it's like, "All right, send you on your way."
Yeah.
Not like a whole spectacle like when Jeezy did his 20-year anniversary for Thug Motivation 101 and had the orchestra and shit like my family do. But
yo. Yeah, yeah.
But that's the one thing I can say about our family. They get right to it. It's time when it's time to eat. All right, who blessing the food? I'll do it.
Nah, my wife's.
Let's eat. Room.
Listen, I've learned very, very early on my wife's side, they not gonna start on time. The food will be good, and there will not be enough food all the time. So those are the worst combinations. So usually when she's like, "Oh, so and so having dinner," I'm like, "All right, eat a little bit of shit before I leave. I know the food gonna be good, but it ain't gonna be enough for me to get seconds."
Right. Well,
sometimes it ain't even enough for me to get first because everybody, roll up in there, and I'm like, "Fuck, man, macaroni busting, and I can't even eat that shit."
Well, the only ones that worry about not getting any food are ones in the back of the line because we do everything by age.
Oh my god,
we do everything by age. So,
do ya?
Mm-hmm. So, granddad, and when grandma was alive, grandma,
yeah,
and it trickles down.
Yeah.
So I'm like in the middle of the line because everybody done had their kids and all that.
Yeah,
I still get food now. Them little niggas in the back.
Oh gosh. Walking past and like, I hope you get some of this because I'm about to go sit down.
You be looking at them. Why you look so sad? Oh, the mac and cheese was
gone. Yep.
Hey.
First thing to go. Every fucking black household, the macaroni and cheese is the first to fucking go.
Mm-hmm. And I can't be like, well, you know what? Maybe next time because you're gonna be in the same spot. Don't matter. We all get older the same. You got
you stuck. You stuck, or you convince people to make more food.
Mm-hmm. It's what it is.
Yeah, I've been yeah, man, I'm like, as I've gotten older, I'm like I'm understanding what actual community means and why we need to have it, and why parts of my family didn't have it. So it's just like, yo, because there's been times where it's just like, yo, if you just had this this moral support or someone championing you, and you know that they're doing that and not just doing it like, your family praying for you and saying stuff like that whenever something come about. But if you feel it, you kind of, at least in my opinion, you kind of you go about your day differently. You know what I mean? Knowing that someone's in your corner and feeling that someone's in your corner. So with me, uh, not necessarily experiencing it, but seeing that in other cultures, I'm like, well, shit, let me be that way for my sister, and let me be that way for my mom. Just always constantly checking and seeing where I can help. My mom goes overboard, but it's still good to to be that way. Even with my friends and shit, still good to be that way.
Yeah, I try.
I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only thing you can do.
They be like, "Oh, damn, you here? Yeah, I'm here."
Yeah, that same thing with me. I mean, that's the only thing you can do is just try. Every event or every situation, you're gonna get better at it.
Yeah.
It's gonna become more natural. You're gonna start making more calls. Like, oh, I call this motherfucker on Wednesdays. Let me see what's up with him.
See, I can't. I try to do family events, but my issue is you gotta take a picture at the damn
You
event.
just don't like the way your family and I get that. That's bad annoying.
I don't mind the whole pageantry behind it. I don't mind all that stuff. My issue is when a nigga ready to leave and people still eating. Why are you asking me to take a damn picture?
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I'm about to leave. Oh, okay. Everyone, stop what you're doing. Let's go take this picture. People just getting their food. What you mean?
Why aren't you doing the thing what they call it, Irish goodbye? Just fucking roll the fuck out. That's what I do.
That's what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's the way you get away from that. Like, what DeLaw and his wife? I think they left. I seen them heading out. Like, that's it. I usually say bye to one person that I know they ain't gonna really say too much. And like,
I say bye to my mother.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, you leave. Okay. You trying to get in before the picture? Yep.
Yeah.
Right, just make our way. All right. Yeah. We'll see you later. See you later. Bye. 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 Boom, out the door. We was on vacation. They were like, my aunt was like, "So you just gonna leave before we took the picture?" I said, "It was time to go." I said, "I get it. You want to take the picture, but I ain't got time to be sitting around waiting for the picture. Nah, I'm ready to go."
Right.
Oh, you giving your wife bad habits? No, I'm not.
Giving your wife bad habit by leaving early?
My wife could have stayed. She'd have got a ride home with y'all.
Yo, they try to guilt you giving your wife bad habits. In my head, I'm like, I don't care.
Hey, look, the one thing the Smiths aren't subjected to is guilt, because it's like
exactly, it's gonna be what's gonna be.
It's gonna be what's gonna be. Look, if it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. You said we supposed to have family lunch at 1:00.
It's 4:45.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hate that shit. That's why I always eat before I go anywhere. It'd be a miracle if things are cooked on time and ready on time, and we sitting down on time.
And we were at a restaurant. They ordered all these appetizers. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm ready to get my food, get my drinks, and they're like, all right, guys, and they're singing songs, and they're like, okay, we want everyone to stand up and say what kind of business they own and what part of the family bloodline are you a part of. And I'm like, what?
And this is just like what we just would decide to go out to eat today,
right? And look, it took them to like.
I understand family reunion shit, right? Like that's what you doing. Like that, the family reunion in the black household ain't nothing but pageantry. I don't need that on a random Sunday or Thursday.
Look, it was like 2:45 by the time they finally started bringing our food out. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And so you know my ass. I was like, yeah, It was like, what's your name? I said my name, and they said, what line are you from? I said my mother's. it was like, Lord, were you not paying attention? Fuck no, because I was kidding. It's like, you supposed to say you're part of a granddad's line. Oh, okay, part of granddad's line. No.
Right. Who is your granddad? I only know him as granddad. I don't know his real name.
I don't know what it is.
Like, how old are you?
I know he's Dr. Granddad. That's it.
Her granddad.
And so they just looked at me like, Lord. I was like, hey, look. And you said, what line am I part of? My mother's.
Yeah. See, that is enough for me to be like, I love y'all. I'm not doing this. I can't sit here and then, it's like, yo, you already don't. When you feel like you have to fake the situation, you're not happy. And you got the face of a not happy person. You got the disposition and the energy of a not happy person. And you expect me to eat, and when you eat and not happy, that food just automatically tastes bad.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
I told my wife, I said, we on vacation with them, so we ain't got to say bye. It ain't like we're not going to see them later on the day.
Right.
Hey, look, I said, grab your stuff, go use the bathroom, hurry up and get this check. We dipping the fuck out. Because they trying to go take this picture. They trying to get these checks situated. And so what ended up happening was my cousin, my cousin's husband, I forgot I had ordered drinks. I forgot I had ordered my drinks, and all I paid for was my food. So when they came running out, well, so he paid for it. I was like, oh shit, my bad, fam. I got you. He said, nah, you ain't gotta pay me back. Next time we go out,
yeah. Just get me. Yeah.
Hey, say less.
Yeah.
That's the hip term that the young kids say. Say less. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning.
Well, no, that is your age group. You should have been saying say less. That is not young. That is not the generation before us. After us. Sorry.
You sure?
I'm positive. I've been saying that since at least for the last 10 years.
Look, I've been saying it all of like the last 1 minute.
Oh my God. Dad joke DeLaw here. Yo.
You know, back in my day, we had cool words. You know what I'm saying?
Oh like
if you were told, man, you had a drip, that meant you had an STD, not that you had a good outfit.
It did definitely mean that. Leaky dick ass motherfucker. That's exactly what that meant. I forgot all about that.
When people be like, oh yeah, man, I got the drip. I'm like, what? Yo, you good? Yeah. Look, I just ain't hit. Like, nigga, the drip ain't good.
Man.
Oh, dude, when I heard a girl say her face was beat, I was like, yo, who hit you? Like, what? Like, she was like, what you mean? I said, nah, when we said beat back in the day, that meant you ugly as shit.
Yeah. I'm beat. I'm tired. Yeah. Tired face ass.
Yeah, man. Tired face ass niggas.
Beat face ass mother. It's so crazy because it still works though.
Right.
Face look beat the fuck up. It's like, oh, it do. Like, no. Like somebody beat your ass with a bag of rocks. That's what it looked like.
That's what it should. So, you know, when people be saying certain things in my head, I'm saying them as if like I'm still back in my own time, but really it went from a bad thing to a good thing, or a good thing to a bad thing.
It might actually be a bad thing again. Who knows? I don't say that.
Like some kid one time too and said, all right, champ. I said, oh, okay. Right.
That's back.
Didn't know. Because you know what happened back in my time? It was a term of endearment. It was better than saying, what up, nigga?
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, wait. He said, no, champ's not a good thing. It's not? Nah, it's a bad thing. I'm pretty much insulting you. Really? I said, so what if I don't feel like it's an insult?
I mean, I would have been like, champ is short for champion, and that's something that I have been, maybe more than you have in your short life. Yeah. So you tell me, what's the insult? Me calling you a champ and you not the champion?
Right, these lazy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on them. We took a 40-point loss yesterday.
Yo, I don't want to hear that shit. 40 points.
So, Kettering, Largo, Mitchellville, dog walked our ass like we stole some shit from them niggas. Like we wrote up.
Oh no, man!
Stole a pack of cars from them or some shit. So they dog walked the shit out of us. You'd have thought we didn't even show up to the game. It was so bad when we called a timeout. The clock was still running. I was like, thank God for mercy.
Yo. That's wild as fuck.
But today we lost by 3. We should have won, but we lost by 3 to Marlboro. Out there, Frederick Douglass today. So, and Frederick Douglass, some of these schools, and I say this with love.
I know what you're about to say.
Y'all need to.
They don't need to. Them schools don't need to be there no more.
Not only that, do something with your gym. Why you
that's what I mean.
The gym floor from 1920 something?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
You remember that movie Glory when the Texas El Paso team, the all black team? I'm like, why y'all got a gym floor that look like that? Like that shit look old. Like we supposed to be playing with Converse on and shit. Like,
yeah. Yo. Yeah.
And you know, Largo ain't updated their gym since I was in school. Like, to them, they're like, well, we ain't gonna change it because you know they won 2 state championships back to back with that kid who's over at Michigan State now. So you know they're like, man, fuck it, we won on this floor. We ain't changing. But man, these motherfuckers pissed us off today. And you know, we had 2 away games this weekend. We go to Largo. So, you know, the refs really control the game unless it's some other shit.
Yeah.
Why the commissioner for Largo come over to us? Excuse me, coaches, you got to stay in the coach's box. Here's what? You a ref? Nah, this is my gym and the refs will tell us that. You ain't in the game.
Right.
Like, nah, step off. Well, this is my gym. I'm responsible for all this. Nick, we in the middle of a game. If the refs ain't told us to stay in the box, we ain't tripping. And I told the other cousin, man, I don't even know why you engaged in it. Like, you should have told her you're a commissioner of a league and you might be in charge of the gym, but they're in charge of this game. So if they don't tell me, back off. See you.
Yeah.
And then today, motherfuckers was cheating. They didn't think we knew. 2 of these players fouled out, but apparently only one had 3. I'm like, that nigga got 5 fouls.
Jeez.
We try to find out, hey, we got a timeout. How many timeouts we got? Give me a second, coach. The rest about to get the ball. How many timeouts we got? Hold on, coach. So y'all just cheating for the niggas because he trying to get them to win? Man, I was like, y'all cheating ass niggas. That's crazy.
I don't miss it.
Yeah.
I don't miss that shit at all.
Oh, I forgot. I need to tell you this. So I was at work, so the guy I was working with, he was playing this podcast that was on Netflix about true crimes, right? Now, mind you, I am a very unfiltered person when I start hearing dumb shit on cases.
Yeah.
And not that I'm promoting suicide. I have quite a few friends who have committed suicide, so it's not funny. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
But in one of the cases, the person, committed suicide. So they're going through the whole thing about how him and this chick hooked up. Things were looking up. They lived long distance, but they seen each other like 5 times. But eventually started getting depressed again and he wanted to kill himself.
Yeah.
So he started telling his girlfriend. She's like, well, don't do it. Live for it. And eventually it sounded like she really just got tired and was like, well, look, nigga, if you're going to do it, do it. And I'm just like, huh. And the dude was like, you don't have no sympathy for her. I said, look, there ain't but so many times I'm going to tell you don't commit suicide. If you're going to do it, then do it. Other than that, just bring your ass on. You know what I'm saying? Like, suck it up, live your life, and stop worrying about, whatever is worrying you to make you do that.
Yeah.
So we get all the way to the point where he's committing suicide, right? So the girl, and it's not funny, but so they finally get to the end of the case where the guy is like, okay, so they found out that the girl was on the phone with the guy while he was in the car doing carbon monoxide poison because she pretty much told him how he could do it so it wouldn't be painful. All that.
Yeah, I remember this. White girl, right?
White girl, right.
Yeah.
And so it got all the way to a point where apparently the boy got out the car and said, nah, I don't want to do it no more. And she said, no, get in the car.
Get back in there. Yeah.
Go ahead and commit suicide.
Yeah.
So, and he was like, so everyone's like, oh, she should go to jail. I'm like, how the fuck you going to put this bitch in jail if the nigga got out the car? Like, if he decided, oh, I'm going to just go ahead and get back in the car because she told me to, that means you were already weak minded to begin with. You got out the car when you came to your senses, like, nah, I don't want to do this.
There should be some type of punishment, because it's kind of like you tricking a little kid saying, yo, you can fly, and this is how you can fly. You drink this, right? And you won't be able to fly. So just jump off that building and nothing's going to happen to you. So that's kind of the same thing, right? Something should happen to that person.
Now, I never, like when me and the guy were debating that, I said, I don't think she should get prison time. That was my thing, because at the end of the day,
no, she should get prison time. How much of it? I don't know. It shouldn't be a lot.
Like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say what's a lot. Yeah, I can't say what's a lot and what's not a lot, but it should be something. But it shouldn't be a lot.
Shouldn't be a lot. But I was just like, it wasn't like she Dr. Kevorkian did, where she was committing suicide. Now, did she encourage him to do it? Yes, she did. Was she very forceful about it? Yes, she was. But there's nothing against a person who has free will of doing it. And that was my argument. I said, that's a hard case to trial. That's a hard case to try to do.
It would have to be one of those things where it was proof that throughout their time together, she was what do you call it? Not nurturing. She was influencing and enabling. Not enabling. What is the word I'm looking for? She was grooming the situation.
Yeah. She gave him they gave her like coercion. Because they never tried a case like that. I mean, think about it.
Even if they try another case like that, how do you do it?
Right. It's like, and I was, and not that I didn't have sympathy for the kid, because I'm like, anytime you lose a life like that for someone who feels like they can't go on no more because of this, and this, it's always a sad thing, So I had a friend who, I think I've told the story before, but a friend that jumped off a building over in Baltimore City.
Yeah.
I've had another one who decided he was going to shoot himself. Another one who, like these things happen.
Yeah.
The fact that someone feels that way, it is tough.
Yeah.
But for this particular case, he was talking to her, and I think honestly they both were in the same boat where they kind of really just wanted attention. She wanted attention to be the grieving girlfriend. He just wanted someone to pay attention to him.
Yeah, I vaguely heard about that. I'm not gonna sit here and say it, act like I understand that whole situation. I just vaguely heard about that particular case.
Yeah.
And even then, like, it's like you said, how do you
try that case? It's a tough
if it happens again, like let's just say I'm not about to get into I'm no lawyer, I'm no law expert or anything like that. It's just like that's gonna be very, 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 very hard. Because if you try, depending on how you try something like that, now, but we got cyberbullying and shit. I mean, that's kind of the precursor to that, right? Like, if it's shown that you are cyberbullying and something happens, you do go to jail.
Right.
I think it's if you're an adult and it's in a minor, right? But if it's two minors, I don't know what happens.
The school takes care of it.
But what if it's two adults?
Now, system.
What if it's two adults? You bullying somebody at work, cyberbullying somebody at work.
Yeah, you better go up there and knuckle up, nigga.
Yeah, I gotta look into that now. I'm kind of not interested, but it's just one of those things where it's like, and then once again, I have no children, so I don't know the ins and outs of cyberbullying. Like, I know when it's been cases when it's been an adult doing it to a kid on like and the guys that's another kid, that adult gets in a lot of fucking trouble.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Like I was telling the guy, I was like, I said, I'm not saying that the kids now are soft. In my opinion, they are, but based on what's going on, things are different. But at that same token, we were bullied too. Yeah. We were bullied, and you had to either fight your bully or it is what it is. Like, people trolling you on social media. All right, cool, I get it, but is that a reason to really? And I guess that's just the generational gap, or that from generation to generation, how things are taken so seriously for certain things. Right. I can imagine my mom. My mom was like, "Yeah, if they bullied you, you just fought them." And so you know what we did? We fought them.
Yeah. There's been a lot of times when I got just because I was when that bullying shit started, the first thing I did was try to fight. And that's not the right thing to do. But I was young and I was like, no, my feelings hurt. I'm gonna fuck you up rather than trying to like get on them back. You know what I mean? It was like, nah, I'm gonna fight you.
Right.
So
I mean,
you know,
that's what you did.
yeah.
I mean, and that's why. But now I'm also seeing a lot of these kids. It's not even that they're afraid to fight. It doesn't turn into a fair fight. You start dog walking a nigga in a fist fight. Next thing you know, 14 of his homies jump in, and now you getting stomped out. Or they leave and they come back and shoot you.
Or the way to fight is never one-on-one.
Right. It's never one-on-one.
Yeah.
Never one-on-one. And then it's crazy. Yeah. But I mean, I brought that up only because I was just like, that's crazy. Like that someone can have that much influence over you that you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get back in the car. And that was the part that got me.
I'm gonna get back in the car.
And she said, you get back in the car. That should have been like I'm getting off the phone with you, bitch. We're done.
Yeah, but obviously he wasn't stable.
He wasn't stable.
So yeah.
I mean, I can only talk from my perspective of like, wait,
you just couldn't believe like she's saying that and somebody actually did it because you're working with a full deck of cards there.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. So we got another person that needs your advice.
All right.
And it is about attending family events.
Where's my theme music at?
You want some?
From DeLaw.
All right. All right. Advice from DeLaw.
Advice from DeLaw.
So, they want to know if they are the asshole for not attending family events with his in-laws due to no one checking on him.
Hell no, he's not the asshole.
You ain't let me finish. I mean, it's probably you're not. When his family checking in on him and his family after a tragedy. So basically, he says his father got into a terrible car accident about a year ago. He's paralyzed from the waist down and has brain injuries, and in general has been going through a tough time. It's been a tough time for him and his family, especially my mom. All of my wife's siblings, three sisters and a brother, live within half an hour of us, and we see them all the time for birthdays, kids' sporting events, holidays, and etc. I've started to remove myself from family events because not once has anyone outside of my family, outside of my mother-in-law and father-in-law, asked me in person over the phone or text how my dad's doing, how my mom's handling everything, or how I'm doing. It seems like they are acting like this event never even happened. I just can't figure out why the support is not there. We've always been pretty close. And like I say, we live in the same area. The selfishness they have shown has been mind-blowing. I've started to detest them as people. God damn. I avoid family events as much as possible now, and it's starting to impact my marriage negatively. My wife keeps saying that maybe they think I just don't want to talk about it. But that seems like such a childish way to handle tragedy. Even worse, one of those sisters, who's a stay-at-home mom, made it known to my wife about a week and a half ago after the accident that she thought it was unfair that my mother-in-law and father-in-law, who are retired and in good health, were having our 4 kids stay overnight at their house while my family and I were at the hospital most of the time. She a bitch. She then started spewing this to the rest of the siblings, and a couple of them seemed to take her side. Pretty sure she was just mad she couldn't use my mother-in-law and father-in-law to watch her kids while she shops and goes out with her friends. We've had probably 20 family events since the accident, and no one has provided me any words of support. Not even one comment from any of them. I feel like they've shown their true colors. Are they the asshole?
Hell no, they not the asshole.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Look, I put it to you this way, because I just talked about my family. Just because I don't show up this shit don't mean nothing. But when something happens and no one checks on me, and then you mad because I don't come around, nah, nigga, I ain't the asshole. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, that goes back to what I was saying about the community shit. Like, it's already our culture is already kind of messed up when it comes to that shit. Like everybody else, they do that shit. The Jewish folks, they do that shit. The Latino folks, they do that shit. The Asian folks, they do that shit. Us is more or less like we do, but I don't. Sometimes I feel like it's not as prevalent, and maybe it is, and maybe it's just like broken families don't do that shit. But someone should have been checking up on them. Like if y'all, especially if I'm going to y'all kids stuff and we around and this and that, like saying, "Hey, you okay? Y'all need anything? This and that."
Right.
Because that is I mean, that is tragic. I mean, at least the father-in-law and the mother-in-law had the right fucking sensible idea to be like, yo, how y'all doing? You know what I mean?
I should have been checking up for him. His father just got in a car accident. Brain damage, paralyzed. Ain't nobody checking up. And now y'all coming down about, well, you ain't coming to the stuff? That's like when my father died.
Yeah.
So when my father died, I mean, no one really asked me anything. When I saw it, like, oh, hey, how's everything going? But ain't nobody called me. So if I didn't show up, I ain't tripping. And if they were like, oh, well, you ain't been, I mean, nigga, my father died. My best friend died. Like, all these people dying. Like,
yeah.
I ain't worried about y'all.
Yeah. And I could honestly say, like, sometimes when it comes to, like, stuff like that and people dealing with tragic stuff, since I'm trying to get better at, like being aware and being present, there have been times where I'm just like, I do the blanket, not even blanket statement, but I do the blanket thing of usually people want time to themselves in this situation. I give them time. And a lot of people do that. But at the end of the day, sometimes the time needs to be really, really minuscule. It needs to be a day. And then the next day you need to do something. And I had to learn that the hard way because I had people that I cared about was like, yo, you didn't blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like I don't love you or anything like that, or I don't fuck with you. So I didn't understand why didn't I, check up on them. And it was always like up until like a serious situation where I'm like, oh shit. So when serious situations happen, I try to get ahead of that shit because it's like, I never know what my day going to be like or my next week going to be like. So it's just like, I give you a day and then I'm hitting you with, hey, whatever. I'm calling. I might show up at your house unannounced. Now, if you shoot me away after that shit, I did what I was supposed to do. I'll give you more time. And depending on how that works, is how it works. But I've definitely been guilty of that. But at the same time, when someone brought it to my attention, I corrected it because it's like, yo, I fuck with you. I love you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want you to feel that way like I ain't in your corner. So it sounds like these motherfuckers ain't even doing that.
Yeah, I had somebody pull up on me unannounced. I had just crashed my car too. I just crashed my car. And I think Phil and his girlfriend, I guess at the time, came over to the house. They just like knock on the door. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so that's how uncommon it is because it's like, yo, who does that? But at the end of the day, you're supposed to do shit like that. Like, yo, how you know I don't fuck? How you know this is a situation where you know I fuck with you though?
Nah, that shit should be a phone call.
Well, that too. If you're okay. But let's just say I'm calling you and I ain't getting no like if I fuck with you. I'm calling, I ain't getting no answer. You kind of ghosting me. I'm like, nigga, don't have me show up there. And it's just you playing fucking 2K. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be mad because you ducking my calls.
I understand that. If I call you and you answer, yeah, I'll pull up. Niggas didn't even call.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They heard from D was like, yo, yeah, he crashed his car. And they pulled up. I'm like,
but they fuck with you enough to be like to see about you.
Man, look, we weren't even on good terms there.
Huh?
We weren't even on good terms there.
You and Phil?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't know that story.
That's a story. I'll tell you that.
But at the end of the day, he fucked with you enough to, if y'all not on good terms, to show up.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he didn't call first because you wasn't gonna pick up the phone anyway.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yes, you missed. You ain't saying that part. He fucked with you enough to be like, you know what, I need to see about him.
Because because Phil didn't call me. The chick he was the
Messing with.
chick was the one who texted me because me and her used to mess with each other. So she texted me and
What?
Hold on.
What?
So that's a long story. But she was texting me and she was talking about some. You good? I said, yeah, I'm all right. I mean, what's up? You know, I was being short. I was being short with her because of what the situation was.
Yeah.
And she's like, I mean, I'm just checking to make sure I'm good. Is that it? Like,
all right. So this now is you throwing a monkey wrench into my whole thing. If she checked up on you first and then Phil still goes over, I'm not. If you talk to the nigga, fine. Niggas good. You know what I mean? Like I could just always say I had my girl reach out to you. Like it is what it is. I'm not showing up. See, that's and now I'm going back to the prideful because it's like, yo, I ain't know that part. I thought they just showed up.
But they didn't tell me they were coming by. They was just like, she was like, all right, cool. I just wanted to make sure. All right, cool. And that was it. Like I'm chilling. Next thing you know, like 2-3 days, like ding dong, like and you know my stuff. He answered the phone, answered the door, and he's like, and I'm here. I'm like, who the hell are they talking to?
Did they come with food or anything like that?
Nah.
Oh.
Empty-handed. didn't bring no food, didn't bring no liquor. Like at least we gonna pop up unexpectedly. At least bring some.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. That's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, like look, you gonna pop up at my house. How you know I ain't hungry? I just crashed my car. I'm in pain. How you know I don't want no Popeyes or at least a shot. Like,
yeah. You said Popeyes.
Popeyes. You know I love my Popeyes, man.
Yo, I went to my sister yesterday, right? I'm walking in a motherfucker, and I'm like, damn, I smell Popeyes. Like, before I even hit the door, my nephew on the floor eating the piece of early in the morning. I'm like, yo. She's like, yeah, that was leftovers from yesterday. I'm like, damn, that shit smell good.
When you get to Popeyes at the right time,
man, shit.
Tell me, like. It's like that. There's like that sweet spot, like right in the middle of the day, but still early. Like they're still pushing it out so that it's up there. Oh man,
Popeyes do sound good right about now.
Yeah,
I'm being fat.
We used to get the coupons. You know, Popeyes done got expensive over the years.
Everything is expensive.
And every time I get some little coupons, they said $5.99 for a 2-piece.
Oh yeah,
that sound like back when I was growing up. Popeyes.
Nah, 2-piece on no fucking $5.99.
Yeah, well, it was like $5.24.
No,
$6 for the drink with it.
You talking about a combo?
Yeah. With the one side and the biscuit.
Nah, that still sounds like it's too much money. Because KFC used to be the most expensive. Popeyes, you was getting if you was gonna get a 2-piece, it was gonna be like $3.
Probably about $3-4.
Yeah, it wasn't no fucking $5. It's for a 2-piece. That's crazy.
Well, you know, I always got a 3-piece. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't getting no 2-piece. I got a 3-piece. That's why I said 5. Got my 3-piece, man. I be hungry. Like, let me get all thighs.
Right. I was feeling for some KFC chicken the other day, man. I was just like, God damn.
I periodically gotta go to KFC, man, because they chicken. As much as everybody say they don't like their chicken, I find their chicken to be good as shit.
No, the chicken is good. I used to work there. The chicken's good.
Yeah. The only place I won't eat from now is McDonald's. I eat these fries. That's about it.
Yeah, I had to do a struggle visit the other day to McDonald's because I was going somewhere. I was like, fuck. Once again, going to a family event. I was like, I fucking need something to eat. I had to get fucking 2 McChickens.
You don't know if the food gonna be good or not, so you gotta make sure you eat before.
I had to get 2 McChickens. I was like, man, this shit don't fuck my stomach up, man.
Look, because everybody here right now, because my cousin here, my wife's upstairs, they both ate.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You never know. It might, when you go people's houses that they're well off.
Yeah,
they got their bougie food. So you don't know who will have flavor. It might. Have
that too. So it's like, yo, you already know. Like, if anything, what could I really eat in this bitch? 2 things. I can't live. I can't do this whole event tonight with just eating 2 things, and they both sides.
Because you know they ain't gonna have no mac and cheese.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna have no collard greens with the ham hock.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? There'll probably be some wingettes, probably some pasta.
And you can't get 8, you can't get 10 of those, so you gotta get 2. maybe one.
And they might have some pasta salad, you know what I'm saying? Some cake. It's gonna be shit. You're gonna be like, damn, yo, I should have definitely ate before.
I should have definitely ate,
Especially if they start being like, all right, guys, I want to take shots. Like, you just gave us finger foods with shots, nigga.
Yeah. Listen. I was blessed. I was blessed enough. Like when I was at the joint with my wife, that the sliders on that and that motherfucker was good. I was like, thank God, man, because I did not know how that shit was going to turn out.
Did you get unlimited sliders at least?
Nah. Man, I didn't know how that shit was going to turn out. I was like, fuck, man, I don't know if I could do this shit. Because we both fucked up and didn't eat before we left. And that was the game plan. Like I had took out some salmon and shit. And I'm like, all right, we going to eat this. We going to eat some salmon and shit before we go. But we rushing and shit. We get in the car. And she was like, oh, shit, we didn't eat. And I was like, God damn it. So we didn't know what the fuck was about to happen. I hate that shit, man. Man, somewhere like, damn, I want, like, you came out your house. You barely wanted to come out your house. And you fucking hungry. And you just smelling shit, simmering and cooking and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mad as hell.
Yeah.
Like, when is it going to be done? Oh, we just got started. And you be like, yo, come on, man. Just got started. I was here an hour and y'all just got started.
Don't tell me the party started at 6 and the nigga just
that's what I'm saying. The party shit ain't ready.
Real, like, all right, yeah, food gonna be ready in an hour, nigga. An hour?
That shit, man. I hate that shit. But yeah, I had to struggle and eat 2 McChickens the other day.
We can't call ahead to see if the food ready.
No, so we do my wife facilitates that shit. Like shit, like if one of her sisters get there first, she'll be like, yo, they cook yet? And be like, nah, man, my wife will pull over and go get something to eat. Like, we gonna just get some Chipotle. Because there's no way I'm going over there and not a damn thing is in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Like every time I turn around, I go to my boy's house out in Randalltown. And I'll be like, I get there. And I get there late, like at least 30 minutes to an hour late.
Man, shit ain't.
Still on the sides out. Oh, hey, you're here. Take your shot.
Yo, the worst is the fucking summertime. It was like, yo, all you got to do is throw them bitches on the grill. Mm-hmm. And you didn't even do that. The grill ain't lit. It's already 5 o'clock. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing?
Oh, the person that's on the grill just sitting at the grill.
Just sitting at the grill. Yeah. Horror stories, man. Horror stories. That is kind of like one of the reasons why I don't really be the family shit. It has nothing to do with my family. It's just never on time. Never on time with shit.
Like, I don't even like I said, I don't have an issue going with my family stuff. I just hate having to take the fucking picture. I just want to take the picture in the beginning instead of when it's time to fucking go, I can roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least an asshole, because I'll dip out real quick.
Yeah. At least on my wife's side, they just it ain't really a picture. They just be wanting to do like arts and craft type shit. So
Jack Daniels and maple syrup.
Maple syrup? Mm-hmm. That sounds good.
It was good. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. My family calls me an asshole. I be dipping. I be like my cousin that's over here now.
Nah, yeah. No, they no, listen, I'm dipping, but y'all disrespecting me by not holding up to y'all end of the, and especially when you come, if you come with stuff, bring this. I bought what I needed to bring. My shit ready. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing else ready. Look. Who the asshole at this point?
Hey, look. If we taking the picture when we about to do family prayer for the dinner, we should do the family picture at the same time. Boom.
That's why that's fucking wild.
Look, we can all sit outside, take the picture, and then after the picture, Father God, in the name of Jesus, pray over this food. Let's all line up and get I'm telling you, look. Efficiency.
Yo, I can't say when it comes to like the prayer at both sides, my side and my wife's side, that shit's quick.
Oh, nah,
one time the other day we let one of the little babies do it, and it was like God's grace, God's grace. You walk food by. That's your little dirty, hey, man. We was done.
Nigga,
We was done.
our family prayers for dinner are like an altar call. They asking, who got anything that needs to be prayed over?
The
And
food.
they start calling
Just
this
the
shit out.
food.
My health, my head, my back, and they start praying. I'm like, Lord, we about to be here for another hour. We missed the back. I'm over there watching the game because obviously this is more entertaining than listen to this prayer. Like pray over the food so we can eat.
Yeah, that's wild. That is fucking wild. Man, shit, family. Family.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, homie, the dude that wrote this shit, like, yeah, man. Sometimes you just it is real easy to get self-absorbed in your own shit, and you think you actually being supportive, and you not really doing anything. And sometimes you don't know it until something happens to you. And thank goodness I'm changing the way that I am before something happens to me. You know what I mean? So I can, like, my circle is my circle. Like, if I'm doing this for you, and I've always been checking up on you, and you fail me,
right,
then we won't have a problem, because I already started that with me and everybody.
right.
So
I feel it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, man. His wife, that's his wife's fault too, because she need to be better at that. Like, if you know that's the issue I'm having, go talk to your fucking brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Right.
what the fuck I gotta do that? I'm already dealing with something. Like, why I gotta do that? If you know that it's a problem and you see it as a problem, you need to be saying something.
Like, don't be asking, how come you don't want to come around? Because y'all ain't checking on the nigga.
Yeah, that's what I need you to say. I need you to say it just like that.
Yeah, I gotta run and get some gas.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah, that's all you need to say. Well, why don't he come? I ain't checked on him.
Yeah.
I mean, they check on, my mom, she called my wife about how you feeling, since the passing of her father and all that.
Yeah.
And calls her periodically. So at least somebody checks on her.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
So,
like I was saying, like, even with friends and shit, that's what you're supposed to do. And that's how you know that somebody's really, they fuck with you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because if I tell you I'm going through something and you just treat it like, hey, when we going to the bar, I'm like, nigga, I'm telling you what the fuck is going on. Maybe I don't want that right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's
I'm already at the bar.
Well, yeah, I mean, in your case, yeah, sometimes you probably be already at the bar. But you get what I mean. You're worried about the next time we can do the fun friendship. This that time to put in that work. Like, as Joe, like you say you fuck with me, we friends. This is that time. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
people don't be. You know how they say they want the benefits but don't want to put the work in. Yo, you gotta put that fucking work in.
Y'all want to get in the game, but won't work hard in practice.
Won't get in the game, but don't play no defense like Harden.
Look, they playing old. Look, Largo walked us up and down that court. You'd have thought we were like a 11 and under team playing against another team just to scrimmage with. They was dog walking our ass.
Man,
ain't no way we should have been down 30 points at the half.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. But for him, no, he's not an asshole for not wanting to go around the family.
Nah.
I don't.
I fuck, from based off of this, yeah, I fuck with the mother and father-in-law, but fuck your little bitch ass siblings. Mm-hmm. Like, it is what it is. Especially going to my nieces and nephews' fucking recitals and things like that. I could be at home, but I'm showing fucking support and shit. So it's like, and y'all can't give me a, hey, how you doing? Let's get your mind off some things type shit.
8:30 max.
So, yeah. Hearing that out loud, I probably need to do more of that whenever. Nah, but see, I be the types of encouraging words I give for in my like sisters-in-law and stuff like that. It all comes from a different space. More or less, it's more or less like, yo, yeah, I know. It's more or less like, yo, you shouldn't be dealing with this type shit, and you wasting your time. Like, it's the big brother shit.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing really going on. It's more or less like,
Right.
He a bitch ass nigga. Like that. This is me saying shit like that. I was like, yo, which one? I don't know no dudes that act like that. So
Right.
yeah. Shit. On that note, be there for your fucking family.
So, New England or Seahawks?
I don't fucking know. I feel like New England will win because that's what Donald Trump wants.
That's what Donald Trump wants. You know, because
That's the way the world goes now. I don't fucking know.
we're going to try something. Because you remember the last time the Patriots were in the Super Bowl, I don't think anyone watched it. I was at Fat Boys watching it, and I don't even remember. I just remember the game was like 10-7. I was like, "Wait, the game's over?" They was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh shit, who won?" "Oh, the Patriots." All right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, all right. I mean,
listen, that's the only.
The most unwatched, most boring Super Bowl.
But I do hope Seattle wins, and just to see if he invites them to the fucking to the White House.
You know,
that's a liberal ass fucking area where that team is at.
You know, Trump ain't inviting no niggas to the cookout,
which makes me feel like the Patriots will win.
You know, all them Patriots are going to come.
That's what
Seattle team almost all black. The only person that's going to show up to the White House is going to be Sam Dalton and the coaching staff. That's why.
Oh gosh, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting. But
the halftime show is going to be a little weird. They got Bad Bunny.
It's gonna be interesting.
Hey, look! If he performs the song Booker T, you know he's a huge wrestling fan.
If
he performs Booker T, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But I have no clue what he says on any of his songs because they're all in complete Spanish. So I'm just like,
hey, feel the vibe, catch your wave. That's all you gotta do.
Hey, look, I'll take Jennifer Lopez and who was that?
Shakira.
Shakira, I'll take that, man. When she did the washing machine, I was like, this might be banned off TV. Because you know when they do the washing machine, they call for them Spanish dudes to come get it.
Yo, I forget. I forget, but yeah, we'll see who he brings out. Maybe that might be more entertaining.
Yeah,
not more entertaining, but you get what I mean.
Hey, look.
But for the fuck of it, I just want white people to be so mad. So I want the most Latino experience fucking ever. I literally want these motherfuckers to be mad and just have some ignorant racist shit to say. Because I'm like, yo, those y'all people out there that's saying this shit.
Yeah,
y'all voted for him, and look what he, some of the Latinos voted for Trump, and
hey, look, they were tired of the niggas being the forefront of the Super Bowl halftime show. After Kendrick got on there and did his thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, man, we can't have no more niggas up here. Look, even though he ain't call him a pedophile.
He said, say Drake, I heard you like him young. I mean, what else could you say? What else is there to say?
Gotta never go sell block 1. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Thank everybody for tuning in. See you next time.